do crazy stuff. Do not do crazy stuff for testing. All right, so as you can see, I had this request from some of the people I'm doing business with. They wanted to see if the LED lights we have on the screen are in any way enhancing our screen's performance level when it comes to white light. Which again, like I said, all kinds of questions are going to be answered to us. We have to be able to back all that up and to make sure our products are working perfectly fine. Usually it's the other way around. You can't have bright lights near black screens because black screens have an issue of being able to pick up white levels due to the fact that the screen is basically trying to produce white light but fight white light at the exact same time, and it makes it extremely hard for black screen. Our technology doesn't have the issue because the new ILEG gain that we have, which we can't tell you what it is named yet, this abbreviation, has the ability to absorb and use light around the environment. Even if you're in the dark, there's lighting in your environment unless you're sitting in the middle of a black hole. That's the only way. All right, so let's move this over a little bit. I want to show off some of my screen here. Grab from side to side, so some of that should show up. There we go. So we have black fabric. It's the fabric I picked up over at Family Dollar, and I have everyday black paint. Well, actually, this black paint's a little different. This is the Bear Dynasty black paint. Keep in mind, certain YouTuber claimed that was our product, and now we use it in all our demonstrations just for fun. Blow up here. Did we get that the first time? Even until it came back out. There we go. So as you can see, fully lit environment. Meters in the environment do not pick up in my commercial environment. And also too, I can pick up beautiful colors and contrast levels. Let me see, I want to be able to get that fabric in there too also. There we go. This is one of the tests we have to put against all our products to make sure they don't match any black paint, fabric, stuff like that. We don't want anything matching. White screensaver. And there's a white screensaver, white levels versus our new black technology using that amazing high power gain. As you see, no match whatsoever. Now, I said before, contracts that we have, like I told you before, those $500,000 contracts, this is what we can back up in court. This is what you're going to have to back up in court, that our product literally came out that dark or became unwatchable. And again, we have tons of these demonstrations. This is going to be added onto the list of black versus black demonstrations. Let's go over here and let's grab another 4K snow screensavers. Now I'm in the process of building me a much bigger screen, about a 100-inch, I'm using for demonstrations. And then we have the two big ones on from side to side. These are both 150 inches, 160-inch screens side by side are going to be done. I got to do the prime coat for these things, so the technology I can grapple to the surface. Wow, dude, this is even more interesting, black versus black. We're literally doing this with light in the screen. You know how hard it is to do? I told you the theory behind black screens. They can't have a lot of lighting. I'm not saying ours, but the theory other black screens can't have a lot of lighting near the screen. Because again, like I said, they say that black screens have an extremely difficult time generating white light due to the fact the screen is so dark. And to be in a darker environment, which you give it a better ability to producing white light, and projectors using high power lumen counts is the only way it works. So, you notice in our demonstrations, we're in factory settings, we're at 2500 lumens, we are 13 feet from the screen, we're in a fully lit environment, and we have lights embedded inside the screen. So that makes it extremely difficult for our screen to work. So a new system I'm going to be building, which is going to be like a kind of a funnel system. It's going to have the screen at the far end. This is where we start testing more of our advanced technology for basically absorbing light. And we go do this at 1000 lumens. This is going to be fun. Oh, by the way, this is a challenge. Now, for our black technology, it would be white levels. For a gray technology, it would be star field. Ooh, you know, nice screen to build for testing. We built a tunnel system and rear projection technology. Stick the projector at 1,000 lumens on the other side. Have it travel through a row of LED lights to hit the screen and produce the image on the other side outward. That would be fun to do. We got to build it. We definitely got to build something like that. That would be fun. That means they would have to watch the lumen count get torn out. I wonder if I can get see, this is why I need engineers. I need someone to build this for me. Because I want something that basically has a reader that shows each time that lumen passes through one of those walls, how much of the lumen count drops before it makes contact with the screen, and how much is left over. Oh, we definitely need something like that. See, that's what I'm saying. My test facility would be insane. I would have all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Yeah, we throw you in that place, man. It's going to be a nightmare for a projection screen, but better for us. Our screens get that Spartan training. We're different. All right, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. This is the most interesting black versus black demonstration. I would say interesting one I've done so far. Slow color changer. And there's slow color changer. This will show you exactly, yeah, because the camera has a rough time picking up. We got lights hitting that screen left and right. But that'll show you with all that light in that environment. We got two tests to do today on this. We have, this one is the first one we do black versus black. There's another one we do, we still have to run this back at 1,000. So we have to come back again and do it again at 1,000, which I want you to swap out 1,000. Where's the block for the projectors? We can get that done. Can get that in one hit. So we do this right here at 25, drop it at 1,000, do it again. Then we got to come back in with the 1,000 projector, and we got to do a black and white surface at the exact same time with the halo system attached. So we'll knock both of them out at the same time. And then Monday, once we take care of all that stuff we got to, I got to be in and out of City Hall, take care of some other stuff with that mess. I got to come back and I got to do ultra short throw. We're going to build a bigger screen because the ultra short throw is definitely going to overlap the crap out of this thing. So we're going to bring in a 100-inch build and put that in next. So the color level test is very important because it shows that our screen can maintain bright, beautiful colors using our new gain technology, able to maintain beautiful colors versus a black surface. As I said before, if you make any claims on my product that comes out unwatchable, well, again, like I said, contract. We'll send it to you. And we'll do this in court with no problem. Let's see, we got next. This is just for fun. We do this for fun right here. Let's go get a TLC 4K demonstration. All right, we're doing too much. Come here, come here, come here. I told you, chill. In the middle of testing, did I not say that? All right then, you don't listen. Now, as I told you before, the paint we have right here is called Bear. That's Black Dynasty paint right there. Mind you, as I told you before, someone accused us of that being our product, and that's how it's made. Yeah, we are definitely going to be taking that one to court. This time, you know, it's going to be interesting because we got a blinding light in that sucker. Man, I love this halo light system, man. I love these things. I'm just figuring out different ways. I'm looking for actually brighter ones than this one. This is something like 6,000K. That's how high it is. I'm looking for something more like maybe you can get a 30K. You don't have to wear sunglasses up in this deal. Everybody wears sunglasses on. The halo just go. That'd be hot, wouldn't it? But I'm looking at them high-power fluorescent lights too. But I'm not a big fan of mercury. No one is. Some people may be, but I'm not. We're looking for higher lights. So that's why I was looking at this really high white fluorescent paint they make. We used it inside of make for a theater room one time, and this stuff actually intensifies and causes these lights to get even brighter. So the new case we're building is 100 inches, and the whole inside of that is coated with that technology, and then we paint our screen over top of it. There's only something showing, but the outer borders are coated in that white to make these lights push even higher. A little bit closer with air and extra dry. I mean, that song from back in the day, Get a Little Closer with Air Extra Dry. Well, that's way back in the day. That's way back in the day. Boy, a new game we got, that thing is a beast. Brought to you by the company of Come Get Some. That thing is a beast. So our showroom screens are all going to be built like this. Every single screen we design, we display on site is going to have a halo system on it. These lights we have are only about that thin. The customized ones I got are about that wide. The new ones I got coming in. So imagine you go in a showroom, you're seeing this screen pop off. And the projectors are cheap. Everything's going to be in eco mode. Ultra short, those too easy. We'll do one, but it's too easy. Right on top of the screen. Where's it through on that? It's like, anybody remember Duck Hunt? I'm pretty sure we have. The age group I have in here should remember Duck Hunt. So Duck Hunt, there are two ways to play it. Play it like a professional, play it at a distance, or cheat and be right on top of the screen. That's what ultra short those are. It's easy. That's why. Easy when you can shoot a duck when you're right on top of the screen. Harder when you're doing it behind the couch. That's the scenario I'm trying to get. It's too easy of a demonstration. You can't run yourself off an ultra short. There's a huge red flag right there. It's right on top of your screen. Okay, let me see. We're going to do swap out for 1000 lumens. And just to show you we are in eco mode. Wait. Hold on. Get back over here. What are you doing? Timeout on the mouse. Here we go. Oh shoot, I'm not going to be able to see it behind that. That's not, we're going to move this over. This thing doesn't pick up the screen. And I'm wearing all black on top of that. Gotta hit it again because it's going to disappear. These are my settings in 0. Projectors in whisper mode. So those who don't know, whisper mode on crispy projectors is eco mode. I had somebody who bought a crispy projector and they're like, I can't find eco mode. It doesn't say. I said it's called whisper. That's what it is on a crispy. Yes. And they drop, and Chrissy's when they have their eco mode triggers off, those suckers drop a lot, and they drop a lot. So my projector does 4,000, but because of the whisper mode, it does 25 now. So we're running at 25. So let's get out and swap out for 25 to 1,000. See what happens. Now remember, the theory behind our technology for other people who don't know jack about screen paints basically stated that we use high-powered projectors. And some of you even said at the end of the day that we only use high-powered projectors. We have tons of demonstrations on Old Faithful. As a matter of fact, I can walk Old Faithful into a courtroom, which I plan to do, because some of you are being sued for that. Don't make statements you can't back up, because we will. Where's my projector at? Oh, here it is. Yes. You gotta back those up. Can't be making them statements. Mr. Burton will take you to court for it. Now, this right here is called Old Faithful. Right here. She is a projector that's been with me for a very long time. She is an SVGA VPL CS4 projector. This projector has no HDMI ports. It only does 4.3, we have to put an adapter on it right there. And she operates at 1,000 lumens. But technically, in this environment, not 1,000 lumens. Because we're in a really well-lit environment, and then she doesn't really generate all that well. But she can still operate. We can do outside too. Meter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. This is what we call the meter. We like to use right here. I started using these, and everybody else uses these now. And it's funny because this is the one I researched and the one I liked. Everybody got the same thing I got because they want to be like me, and then try to tell me that I don't know how to use something that I was the first person to buy. First person to buy it. But you know, as usual, we used to copycats on our stuff. Copy our specification sheets, copy our labels, all that stuff, and still don't get the job done. All right, take a meter, throw it on the floor. Let's see what we get here, people. How much light? We're in the right one for road. Can't give me the rotation thing again. I'm actually in the put rotation. Let's see what we get in here. Now, when you do meters, meters are not supposed to be near the projector, near windows, near doors, or on tabletops to get closer to the light. They must be sitting directly on the floor, away from everything. Hit this, kaboom, gone. Let's do a little magic trick here. See this? I do this to make sure to show that it's reacting. Bum, bum. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Can you feel the rain? It's my window. Bum, 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 bum. Do, do, do. No, it doesn't pick up in here. For Jack, that's the first thing I did when I first came in here. To get this spot, hold on for a minute. I can't get the spot. I bought a meter in here. I was like, good, it turned lights. I was like, God, oh my goodness, I'm in love. I'm in love. When I have a lot of lights on, I'm in love. When I first walked into the house over in Havingtown, I went in the basement, they turned lights on. Oh, I'm in love. I could build screens in here, man. We can really craft. I'm in an environment where it's dark. I'm like, we gotta bring in lights in here. This is not gonna work. It's way too dark. Garage was well lit to a certain degree, but it wasn't bright. I had to bring lights in to brighten it up. We had to bring in the halo system. And in here, we have tons of lighting in here, and we still bring in the halo system, extreme halo system. And the new one I got coming in the halo system is that freaking wide. More power. Hey, get away from my box, you monster. I'll slay your monster. So when people say, well, you know, you do these demonstrations, how come at the end of the day that you're not like real serious? Like, you know, we got the molecular and nuclear star and the abstract of the mountain and whatever, 3 Newton. Because it's easy for us. We do this all the time. We already know it's going to pass. It's God's technology. Look, you have faith in God or you don't. All right? It's just what it comes down to. Either you have it or you don't. And you can't have both. You can't go, well, I don't know. And it could be either you have it or you don't. You have it or you don't. That's how it works. Oh, let me get back to this. So that's why I can come and have fun like this. Because again, we're going to pass. We know it's God's technology. All right, we're going to swap out to 1,000 lumens. Like yesterday we did 1,000 lumens, right? And what happened? What happened with the 1,000 lumens? It came out victorious, didn't it? All right then. Oh, pretty soon I'm going to get a chance to go to one of those Renaissance expos. Cannot wait. You know, I like to talk that thee, they, and thou kind of language, and then I'm going to have a ball up in that dip. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go. Suit of armor? That's going to be kind of heavy if you're walking around in. And I like to have real props. Or I can go as a king, which that'd be fun. Or I can go as a jester, because I do like to joke around and have fun. I don't even know. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. Maybe I might go as a dragon. That'd be awesome. Oh man, that would be fun, because I have a whole bunch of people that are dressed like knights and stuff trying to slay me. Like, how dare you, dragon! I call out thee! What they don't know is Mr. Bird has a flamethrower built in. It is real, ain't joking. Can't be doing nothing today. You'd be out there frying apples by the tree. Watch it. Like, what the freak? Is that real? It's a real flamethrower. Yes, I built it in. That'd be awesome. Anyway, can't be doing that. That'd be funny. Kids be like, roast my apple. I got you. Stand back. All right, let's get this done. We got to travel for 1,000. Let me see. It's my window. I can't take the rain. All right, let me see. Check you out. Clickety clack. Clickety clack. Round. Round? Round? I said round. Speaking that crazy language Taco speaking, that crazy language. Cat language. Oh shoot, we had that plugged in? Oh, it was plugged in already. No, I disconnected from that. I need to cord from that. So we had it from there. I need to do this, but I need it right now. Should have disconnected it when you had it in there. I think it's going to damage the system. It never does. We do it all the time. Absolutely busting. So, you want something interesting? True fact. The entire base port is all, this whole thing is all black technology. Everything. It's all painted. First we did it in black, first to coat it in. And the second application is basically our black screen paint. Everything. Because it has to be. We got a hologram in this whole thing. So all the stands, all this, the base, all that's in black. Are painted because we have the hologram, the whole thing. Ain't that right? Yeah. Oh, charging station. Zoomy charging station. So it's all coated in black technology. Like I did an entire room. I literally coated an entire room in black screen paint. Which, when you think about it, for an office, for room, for doing presentation, isn't a bad idea. Imagine having an entire office area for presentation, the entire area all coated in our black technology, which means anywhere in that room becomes a screen. You can have a projector literally in the middle of the table on a swivel and turn it on. Okay, right here we have so and so and so. Yeah, that'd be hot. I need to upgrade your office. So no, the whole entire wall, this is all one big projection screen. If you got the equipment, you can just basically just blow all those walls up. Show your whole presentation to wrap all the way around that sucker. And then with the technology we're working on in here, which allows us to drag and drop images anywhere we want. Kind of see what I'm getting at right now? That's why we're building all this in here. All right, let's get this started with this projector over here. Let me see, blah, 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 blah. Let's take you from here and put you in here and get that done. I can't wait to do Google Maps on here. It's going to be sick because we can drag and drop. That Connect system is a beast on PC. The programs, they load it into that thing. I got a chance to go through the applications here and there. Good gracious. Yeah, so basically it turns me into the mouse and keyboard and also voice command. I can drag and drop whatever I want. I got that Iron Man level power. Boom, 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 boom. And the reason why I don't want to work on a gray and white screen, because again, it ain't firing up in here. Ain't nothing going to run in here. It has to have all technology attached to it. Oh. All right. Let's begin the process in getting this done. Oh my God, reindeer coming home from our house Christmas Eve. People said it all believe in Santa. My cat's like round. Round. Did you plug the plug in? I did. Did the mouse go on standby? The mouse probably went on standby. Oh, here it is. Look at that, 1,000 lumens, 40 lit environment, sitting in the middle of a ton of light. And this technology can still pull through with no problem. We're on less lumens. We're at 25. We dropped to 1,000. This is what I mean by doing projector swap outs in the middle of demonstrations. You won't see people do this because, again, they got the environment set up just right, the lighting just right, particular projector they chose, everything's calibrated, everything's pre-rehearsed. Imagine if I walked in one of the demonstrations, just took out the whole entire projector and put this projector in the spot. What would happen? They would freak out. What are you doing? We had that calibrated just right for everything here. Oh, yeah, you're faking it. You should be able to swap your projector at a will and do the same thing. So you do those on ultra short throw projectors. How about you disconnect that thing, drop it all the way back at 1,000 lumens and see what happens? Because you can't. Because you're in a rehearsed environment. That's why you can't do that. What did you do that for? We had it all rehearsed. It was ready to go. We had it all calibrated. This is an uncalibrated projector. Well, you're cheating. How the frick are you on a calibrated projector saying the customer's going to get the same results? So if the projector's not calibrated, you're going to get the same thing? Are we willing to wager on this one? Because there's no difference between a calibrated projector and a projector this calibrated. Why in the world are you buying software to calibrate a machine if you're going to do the same thing when you turn it on? All right, then there's a difference, right? That means you're enhancing your color and all that good stuff. So that means the customer really isn't going to get that unless he calibrates the machine. So there you go. That's why we don't calibrate. And then somebody try to come in and lie and say, oh, that's not calibrating. It is calibrating. Every time you adjust your projector, that's not calibrating at all. That's controlling the settings. Calibrating requires software. I got people do professional calibrating. Let me see. Let's go with, let's see. White screensaver. Mind you, all tests that we do are all challenges. We expect to have them done the same time we're doing ours. No excuses. I mean, horrible. You would hate me if I was a teacher. I couldn't pop quiz today. Get it done. I'm gonna hear no excuses whatsoever. Mr. Barker gets on my freaking nerves. But hey, at the end of the day, you'll be passing those classes. You'll be flying through college in my class. My class would be brutal. There's our white levels right there. 1,000 lumens. Before we do that, now mind you, if you made a statement about Mr. Bird's product that we only use high-powered projectors to produce our white levels, this is going to cost you big time in court. Like in the 6-figure range, or 7. It's going to be pretty bad. But you can't make those statements. That's wrong. That makes people believe at the end of the day that we're using high-powered machines to make our white levels pop. So it's got to come out of you, financially. BAM! Just so you don't think at the end of the day that I'm running that projector behind me. But that projector is 2,500 lumens. But let's go have a look. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I get so excited. I have fun when I do these demonstrations. Look, let's go to a boring demonstration. I hate demonstrations that are boring. I swear. I sit there and watch those demonstrations because I have to watch them. It's research. I have to watch them. Research in the company. Oh, so boring. Guy will come out there. Here we have this screen right here. It has so-and-so and so on. Projector right here does 800 by 900, blah, blah, blah. And 4K, look at the resolution, so-and-so and so on. Like, in the background. Like, no, man. Got to make it exciting. Got to have some fun with this. So you have no excitement in your products. The reason why, because you ought to keep it by the book. Because if you mess up, you mess up. Us, on the other hand, our stuff is foolproof. We can have a ball with it, swap out projectors. You know what? I'm tired of this machine. Let's get another one. Now, you would think I would get one actually with a much higher caliber, right? Because we're going to do this in demonstrations all the time when we basically go on site. So I can basically switch over to the big boy, or I can just drop it down to like 1,000 lumens. I used to love that when I had the Christie 505s. They were like 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200 WXGA, and then we swap it down to 1,000 lumens SVGA. It's not going backwards, right? You're supposed to go a little higher up, right, to improve, but who goes backwards? Who does that, right? Who does that? We do. Because we don't have to depend on high-powered machines to push our stuff. And mind you, my budget for my projector this year are $200. Oh, speaking of $200, I just purchased a ViewSonic projector, short throw, and guess how much it cost me? $65. Yeah. Because I'm going to put it over here on this screen over here. When I put it on this screen over here, because we got this giant 160-inch screen, we can do 235.1, 16:9, 16:10. And I got angry, like, oh, $65. 60, because the whole point of what we explain is you don't have to spend all this money. People are going to spend all this money for these expensive machines. At the end of the day, you don't got nothing close to what we have over here. You're spending too much money. They're telling you need all these bells and whistles. You don't need all those bells and whistles unless you have a gray and white screen. Do you need all those bells and whistles? If you're technology, you don't need all that. All my customers you see in my demonstrations don't spend money for expensive machines. Now, if you already have a machine you already spent money for, usually at the end of the day, it's like, I wish I would have found you sooner, but I have to spend all this money for a machine. Well, how soon did you buy it? Did you buy it? Can you take it back and just get something cheaper? Because, yeah, you don't need it. Customers I enjoy talking to the most are the ones that haven't bought jack. They haven't bought a projector yet. I pop them right over to eBay. Person I've been doing business with, because I bought all my machines from eBay. I know how to navigate eBay quite well. And I go over there and say, hey, I'll get you a projector. Now, what's in your wallet? They'll say $3,000. Oh, heck no. We are not doing $3,000. How much you going to spend? Hey, under $200. Under $200. And they'll come back with a projector at 720p. And they'll play it on our technology, and it will look absolutely stunning. And it'll do things that the projection screen setup today can't even do. Heck, I can beat their own promo demonstration, which I've done multiple times. Ultima GT55 and 56, I beat their promo commercial. How did I beat it? I took the projector outside, hit it at 140 inches. Mind, the projector is only designed to do 100 inches only. I got 140 outside at 180 degree viewing angle, crystal clear with no problem whatsoever. Heck, I even turned off their contrast just for fun. I beat the promo demonstrations. Mind you, I've seen the Optimum P2 promo, and I haven't seen one person beat it yet. Everybody's in the dark with that demonstration. Why are you in the dark with that projector? They're not selling that projector to be in the dark. Have you ever seen how they advertise that machine? They got a woman out there doing a little yoga, she's stretching. They got a family out there sitting out there watching, you know, a little TV like a TV setup. It's designed to be a TV. People playing video games and watching soccer. It's made to be like a TV. The promo demonstration, they show the opened up room with all the lights and the windows open, and they got the projector. It's massive 120-inch screen, and it's all well lit. How come your demonstrations don't look like that? How come? It's designed to replace a TV. I have never seen a demonstration with an OLED in the dark 24/7, even to show a contrast level. Because that's unheard of. That's the dumbest thing you ever heard, right? An OLED sitting in a dark environment. It's a TV, right? So why are these projectors sitting in the dark? Interesting. But yet my NEC at $160, sorry, I can produce at 150 inches. But I've done it in fully lit environments with no problem whatsoever, and project up the sun at the same time, just for kicks and giggles. Oh, the naysayers are now being frustrated. It's not about you, naysayer. It's not about you. It's not about you. You're just crying all the time. That's about you. It's not about you. It's about my customers, investors at the end of the day, who do not and are tired of spending the money and doing the research to get a projector to get absolutely next to nothing, or it's 20, or even if they're lucky, 50% out of it. Now, we nip that in the butt where people want to say, well, here's because you can't do my demonstrations. You can't match my demonstrations. So the only thing you have left is to say his products ain't real. Well, $500,000 says that it is. You willing to sign? There we go. That's how we shut it all down. So they can't do the matching batters. You know why? Because they can't do the matching batters, period. And they can't make the product. We gave them permission to do that. Well, so The only thing they have left is just start a campaign and say it's not real, it doesn't work. Well, we got a $500,000 contract waiting for you just for that particular thing, and I hope you sign it. If you don't, the next one come behind that is $2 million. That's a process server that pops up at your door. Because if you can't back that up, we know you can't back it yet. We might as well go in full, right? Might as well, right? Right? There you go. Might as well go in full. That's like, you know, you play video games, and you got that one level that you're not skillful enough to go through yet. So you got to avoid it. You got to avoid certain enemies that you can't take on because you don't have the proper equipment to take them on yet. And then you find that one weapon. You know at the end of the day that it's going to make you the ultimate warrior. And you said, that's it. Now you go back and revisit the areas that you couldn't conquer. And you just destroy everything. There you go. That's how it is. So we know at the end of the day that you can't basically sign that contract and be coming back in with the big guns and destroy everything. I went through that with, what game was that? I forgot what the game was. I was there for a bit, like a minute. It was just this level. I got on the ship. I forgot what it was. It's a good game too. Can't think of it. But I was on the ship and they took me out to this area. They had these big giants and I couldn't kill any of the giants. They killed me a couple times while I was in there. I said, oh shoot, my armor's not good enough. My sword, my weapons aren't good enough to fight these giants. But I had to do a stealth mode. I had to go in there. I hate doing stealths. I had to go in there. I had to basically grab something they wanted and bring it back to the ship. So as I go along doing all these side quests, I get more and more powerful. Now I'm basically at that peak point where basically I can take anything out. And guess what I won? I won back. I kind of found where the ship was at because I couldn't figure out where it was at. I found the location and the guy sent me back there and I wiped out the entire fleet, like all of them, because I had that giant sword, that enchanted sword. Got to the top and say, he is not worthy. Thou bring justice. And just whoosh, took out the whole board. That's all you got. You know, you be talking in games to yourself. Your family is like, what the fuck is going on there? He's in there conquering and destroying. That's all you got. Here, let me show you what power looks like. And then this whole section disappears. Come on, bring it. Come get some. Oh man, I love games, I tell you. I like that at oh my goodness, what was that? Odyssey. Odyssey? Assassin's Creed. Yeah, man. First time I attacked, I thought I could attack anybody I wanted. Figured that out the hard way. I didn't realize that certain freaking bounty hunters were a little bit stronger than others. Man, that guy popped up, man, he took my head clean off. I was like, well, I learned something new. Next time, get my armor up. So I learned the easiest way to take down the harder ones was to climb to the top of a building and just shred down their armor with arrows. And then I come down and just take them out and take their armor. But then again, remember, you can't even use the armor if you're not the level to use the armor. I got to get back into that when Assassin's Creed too. Let me see. Let's go over to slow color changer. Let me get slow color. I gotta go to that snow color. What the heck? What's he doing? Snow color? I gotta see what that's about. Slow color changer. Are we just gonna be a jerk today, aren't we? Slow color changer. Jeez, they give me flow color changer. Well, I feel sorry for people who get this stuff integrated into their homes completely 100%. I can imagine just seeing you outside screaming at your house. No, I said open the door. You said you want some more? It kind of reminds me of, what was it? The guy who has this, he's a rich guy. He has this house. It's all voice activated. Everything, you might have saw a commercial, all voice activated. And he kind of likes his cute neighbor, like a couple of houses down. And he walks out of the house, and when he comes downstairs, he goes, fireplace on, fireplace comes on, stereo on, stereo comes on. Everything's all voice activated. Open door, the door opens up. Get car, door opens up, car drives out. Everything. He goes to the dentist and they pull a wisdom tooth. You know what happens when you pull a wisdom tooth? Your whole jaw swells up. Some people's jaw swells up. And your speech is just thrown off. So now he's out there screaming at the house, and the house is not listening to him because they don't understand what he's saying because his voice doesn't sound the same. So apparently he breaks the window and gets in. You see the fireplace on, stereos blasting. It's crazy. The house is going haywire. Yeah, he's sitting there crying in the middle, talking about, don't you hate when things don't work out the way you think they're going to work out? Yeah. He had a couple commercials on that one. The one when he's on a boat, the boat is all voice activated, and there's seagulls. He's barbecuing, and the seagulls were all around this boat and they were making so much noise the voice command couldn't figure it out what you were saying. Hey, what are you doing over there? I don't want to hear it. You know you ain't supposed to be over there. Don't talk back to me. How dare you? What were you doing over there? You're in the back and go, meow. And he talks. Yeah, he does. When I tell him he's not supposed to be somewhere, he knows he's not supposed to, he talks back and goes, meow. I gotta tell you, he's definitely one of a kind. He's as funny as can be. Every time my sister heard me when I said something to her, like, ah. He said, did he even talk back? He said, yeah, he does it. He talks back. So we're doing right here, this is a slow color changer. As we did with the other one at 2500 lumens. Basically, it shows that our screen can still maintain a beautiful bright color next to black paint, which is the Dynasty black paint, and next to black fabric with a halo system in the middle of the light and quartz in our maxed out environment, which means our colors don't fade or wash out, and there's no calibrated needed. I'm about to turn that into a cat cave for you, a bigger cat cave. I'm about to advance your cat cave. Big time, buddy. I'm going to lock a cardboard system in there. I'm going to advance this system up. So underneath there, that's where his cat's cave is at. I'm about to advance this cat cave. He likes cardboard boxes. He loves them. So I'm going to basically do him a cardboard box cat cave. It is going to be absolutely awesome. On top of that, I'm going to put a Pico projector in there with a little slice of that freaking ad tech in there. So you can watch his shows while he's in there. And also 2 built-in fan system with Molex power supply at 120-inch fans to keep them cool. I built my own. Because he sleeps in a box anyway. I learned that the hard way when I bought him a $75 cat bed. And he sat there and slept in the box. I'm like, what was the point of me buying that? I just built him his own freaking cat bed out of boxes. They sleep in a box anyway. But the dogs don't do that. Dogs don't sleep in boxes. Every once in a while, maybe, I don't know. But cats are always the same for boxes. I don't know what it is about the box. You know, cats are so terrified of cucumbers. Is that something you really should be eating? Maybe they sense something? Should you be really eating cucumbers? Maybe cucumbers aren't what cucumbers are supposed to be. Maybe cucumbers are really aliens from another planet. I don't mess up somebody's day doing that. I don't believe in that. It's not true. It'd make a great movie, though. So as you can see, our colors right there. See, this is how, when I basically sell product, or when I basically advertise my product, this is how I am. Because people want to hear a bunch of mumbo jumbo. They like to have fun. You should be able to tell stories, have fun, and show off how amazing your technology is at the same time. If you can't do that, then that means your stuff is boring and it doesn't work for me. And if it does work, it's still boring. It's not going to keep my attention. I'm not sticking around long. Got to keep it exciting. Look at that. And those white line traces in between, you know what that is? That's the boxes that are not covered with this amazing technology. Without it, it just does not work. We're about to hit an hour. It takes about an hour to do these things. Well, let's get that snow cottage while we're in it, right? Might as well, right? My, oh my, what a wonderful day. That's kind of a jacked up how they did it, but anyway, I like that song. 4K Snow Cottage. Here it is right here. For the people who try to mimic me, I know y'all mimic my same demonstrations, like the OLED horse. I keep trying to stop doing that. You know what the OLED horse does? You know what the purpose of the OLED horse? So y'all think I do it because I'm showing off the contrast levels. You missed the boat. The OLED horse shows off multiple levels. Get a chance to watch on your phone. It shows off multiple levels of contrast, including the ultra black contrast in the background. And then it shows off the color in between that contrast. If you can't pick up those multiple shades of black, including the ultra black in the background, you fail. If your screen produces not enough white in there, that means it can't basically separate each black level. That means that your screen blends all together and it's just one black surface where basically you can't see the individual difference. If your screen doesn't have any black levels, you can't see because it all comes up gray. So you missed the whole entire point. The whole point about the snow is not to show that the screen is actually also showing snow, but it also can show detail and depth and 100% contrast, which is needed to see the detail in the screen. That's why the white surface can't read only the white surface. It can't read the detail that's inside of the snow cottage. But you missed the point. You thought I was just showing off white levels. Don't look at them like they're freaking idiots. They don't even know what I'm doing. Good gracious. Why? See? Now you see it right there? Good gracious, these lights are super bright. Keep forgetting how bright these things are. Whew. Is my light sobriety? Let me see some for a minute. Whew, lights are super bright. There we go. Now, as you see the contrast levels that's pulling up behind the whole entire farmhouse, the lake, and all that stuff. Now, the black surface we're showing doesn't have the ability to read the white level. It can only read the contrast, but the white levels need to be read except for the balance level. If you put a white surface up there, a white surface can read the white level, but it can't read detail in the contrast levels. Huh, isn't that interesting? Now, for anyone to sit there and say that, oh, what I'm saying is a bunch of mumbo jumbo, I got a contract for you to sign. Look, at the end of the day, anything you say about my company that you say it's not real, you go to court for it. That's it. Simple and plain. Back it up. Oh, I hope anybody, well, no one's going to sign that thing. They know Mr. Burke can back it up. That's what I do, though. Anything. It doesn't have to do with just that. Anything that you say that I can't do in a video, I'll challenge you in court on it. And yeah, when I go to shows, I'm going to mention that all the time. Yeah, we back our products up so much we challenge anybody in court on anybody. So you say I can't do it on my video, I can't do it. You're saying this is fake? Let's sign the contract. Let's go. I don't want to hear any hesitating. Well, you know, no. Sign. There you go. That's how you shut down the crack at the end of the day. That's all you got left. You don't want to do my matching inverters, like I said, because you can't do my matching inverters. I put matching inverters with my customers. They can't do those either. When I go on site, those are matching inverters. Can't do those either. I tech, when I was outside in front of that glass, those were challenges. Nobody did them yet, right? You still up? Nobody did them? Okay. So the only thing you have left is just a bad mouth me. Well, that's going to cost you $500,000. Because everybody else would have witnessed you say it on YouTube. I would have saw you witness and saw you on YouTube. So it shouldn't be a problem, right? Now, if you don't sign it and we go through the whole process of you're not signing it, then that makes you look like a liar, right? Ah ha ha. There you go. There you go. Oh, man. They just make it so easy. Oh, this is another one that popped on. I didn't even make this part of it. That one popped up. Now they got the other ones coming on. Look at that. Look how amazing that looks. So this is the most interesting black versus black. Actually, we did when we actually make paint, put it against our own screen. That's why we had people make the product and try to make it themselves. We did those already. I had the highest count of black versus black tests than anyone. Oh, sorry, I don't have those done yet. Somebody did do it, but they kind of failed. They kind of matched the screen. Well, okay, put it this way. On the network grade 773 fiasco, you don't want your screen matching in any way whatsoever. See right there? I don't have to come up there and says, well, the white has a yellowish tone, and the black has a yellowish tone. It has an, or just have an off-white level. You can see that from the door, clear to crystal clear. But not saying it, and you can't see the difference between one and the other. And you shouldn't be right up on top of the screen saying, look, right there, you can see the color balance has changed completely. No. Yeah. Anyway, let me see. Have we conquered this one already? We have conquered this test. Oh, wait, you got another one to do. Oh, yes, because I thought we were over already. I was about to get sad here. Very sad. I like doing tests. I really do. Now, keep in mind, let's keep in mind, before we start these lawsuits that start hitting them really quick. All the screen paints I've tested and I have in my arsenal, I've done these tests over and over again. As you see right now, we've done these over and over again, over and over again, over and over and over again. All these tests. Like you see right now with this new product, right? All these tests for that, right? And then we'll go on, we'll do our batch numbers and stuff like that, showing the products being tested before they ship out. And then some idiot will come along, get the paint, and say, it doesn't work. This is what I got from my results after we did all this testing. So, when we send you over a contract, right? And you sign it, when you go into court, what are the odds you think you're going to win? When I can do this here every single day, on every site, and you got yours out of a 5 or 10 gallon container, and everybody else came out great, but yours didn't. What are the odds of you winning that one? You can't even beat the batch number. How are you going to beat a contract at $500,000? So you're not going to win it. And you're going to owe me money. A lot of money. And I'm going to execute judgment on that. Which means I'm going to have a debt collector in your backyard within a day's time to collect my money. So, again, not going to go well. Now, like I said before, if you went out and did YouTube demonstrations and you did videos and you faked these demonstrations and we find videos of it, then it's different. Then we send you out the contract. You have 3 days to sign. If you don't have time 3 days, the process server shows up at your front door and saying you're being sued. And when you open up the letter, you find that the Mr. Bird is suing you for $2 million. Plus, fraud against my business, which possibly could carry some jail time. But remember, you made the statement after watching Mr. Bird test a product on multiple levels and in environments that you don't even possess, backing his product up 100%, and then repeating the process again through a batch number verification, and then have it shipped back so the customer can send it back and we can repeat the process again. And you were still dumb enough to do something that dumb? All right then, just want to put it out there. And mind you, I'm not a noob. I've been doing this for years. So, yeah, nobody in the world. See, the first thing I ask is, Mr. Bird, do you have testing on your products? Yes, I do. Here you go. Well, we're not. There's way too many of these. We'll get a couple of these just based about this is more than enough. That lets you know from the door you're screwed. This product was tested before we shipped it out here. This is batch number verification showing the product is working perfectly fine. How do you know the whole entire gallon was 5 gallons was a bad batch? We never received any complaints back from anybody else whatsoever. They can go through my PayPal account and look at how many different disputes I have against me versus the batch that went out on that time set date, and they show that you're the only one. Yeah. Violating the batch number is $1 million. You know that, right? So that's $1 million included for the batch number if you fail that one too on top of that. So you altogether it'd be about $3 million because there's a policy on that thing. All right, so we have the batch number. Product's working perfectly fine. It was tested just like we tested right now, just like this, same thing. All right, trying to work perfectly fine. Now this next stage is you're going to have to prove that my product did exactly what it did. You can't do that because there's no way around it. On top of that, you lost the PayPal claim on top of that, which we have on record that PayPal found it in our favor. So you got that problem to deal with. So that means at the end of the day, you're going to owe me $500,000 because you signed your name to a contract. And mind you, within that contract, I can take things that I normally can't take from you in regular lawsuits. Now, most people wouldn't sign it. They won't go near with a 10-foot pole, knowing that they are lying and they can't beat the batch number. Now, if you did it the other way, where we've had... well, I'll get very little returns, but a return policy is quite nice. So in our return policy, if a customer basically has a dispute with our product, we do the whole thing, the ship back policy, have it come back here, do the testing, all that stuff. We do all that. If the product shows that it's working perfectly fine, and I've had fantastic customers on this, we will send them back the video saying, hey, look, we couldn't find anything wrong. We did the testing. We used a projector much lower than yours. We used a lighting in the environment much brighter than yours. We always make sure we max out everything that's either lower in the projector versus their projector and much more lighting to show them that it works 100%. Now, I had customers look at this and go, okay, cool, I don't have a problem with that. You can send it back. We send it back. I said, okay, before we send it back, maybe the black technology is not for you. Some people can't adjust to it right away. We got a silver one. Would you like the silver one? And like, oh shoot, can I have a silver one? How much? And no extra cost. We'll send it up to you for free. Shipping and everything. And they even try to reimburse us on shipping. I got to pay for something. No, you're good. We send it back up to them. They can choose which one they want. I don't care if this one costs more, it's still the same price. That's how we treat our customers at the end of the day. Not tell them some nonsense in the day that if it lands on your property, you're stuck with it. Or if you open it up, no exchanging, you're stuck with it because you're afraid that you're going to find out your stuff is a fake. No, we send it back up to them. I had a church one time wanted to order 6 gallons of paint and it was the wrong one. And they already used it and found it was the wrong one. And the guy was like, well, we made a mistake, so and so and so. Is it possible we'll pay for the other one? I said, no, you pay for it. We'll send it right up. Just send me back whatever you got left over. They had 2 gallons left over. It sent me back to 2 gallons, and I sent them back 6 gallons, whatever they wanted, or whatever they wanted to order. That's it. It's a little skin off my nose. See, the reason why they can't send you back the money because they don't have the money to send you back. It's got to come out of their own pocket. They can't charge the money for their product because their product is not worth the money. They can't do any batch numbers. They can't do ship backs. They have no form of testing underneath their product in any whatsoever. They're claiming to be just as good as certified screens, but yet there's no testing there. They're in dark environments, using high-power projectors, calibrated machines, massive amounts of contrast. Their stuff doesn't work. So they can only charge what they think they can get out of it, which is roughly 60 bucks. When they first started off at like 80 bucks to 160 bucks, I sat there and said, your stuff's not even worth that. You're worth $50 to $60. That's what you're worth. And what did they drop the price down? $50 to $60. And it's still not even worth that. So when you have a price range at around 30 to 50 bucks, you don't have room for ship back. You don't have return to replace a product. You don't, because the shipping alone will murder you. You got to take it out of your own pocket. So they're literally taking money out of their own pocket to fund their own company when it's supposed to be the other way around. The company's supposed to be to support itself. That's why they can't do anything like that. That's why the policy is set up that you can't get no returns back or exchanges. That's why. You're stuck with it. It's your fault at the end of the day. We don't do that. So for the person who did the demonstration, how many of those do you do a day on my product? How many? We don't get a lot of returns because our stuff is all tested, everything we have. And we have an excellent return policy. So, how many of them do you get? Because the judge is going to ask you that. How many of those do you get from Mr. Bird? Yeah, I thought so. There you go. And I got my customers up there showing off their technology. My customers' technologies are better than the demonstrations that I see people selling paint right now. Y'all can't even beat their demonstrations. When that church did that demonstration for us, they didn't have to go in and calibrate any machines. They didn't have to go in and change out the dark environment. How much lights we have up in our promo demonstration for that church? None of that. We didn't even have to be there. Technology works. He was there and still had to tell him that it'll get better once we calibrate. There you go. And God didn't even have all the lights. It wasn't even fully lit in there yet. He said, no, the lights are on yet. Let's get Skyworth food demonstration. Let's do the long one and then finish it up. So yeah, I'm not telling anybody to calibrate. I'm not calibrating jack. You ain't calibrating jack. I can't stand calibrating. And it's not moving around things in your projector. Calibrating is actually buying the software to calibrate. Let this run and we are done. On the road again. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man. Where'd he go? Get this done. We gotta get that one. We got everything in there for that. We gotta get that in after. I'm not getting on this for the screen finish. So, watch. Let's see. White, we need white paint, so it's like white paint, get the border done. Now, I know we got some people saying, well, does the white screen discourage, well, actually, tell you the truth, does the white screen discourage the, make our screens produce brighter? Well, no. The theory behind black screens is they can't be in fully lit environments because they have a rough time generating white light. That's why they have them in ambient light controlled environments. That's why they use high powered projectors to bring up the white levels higher. That's why we're at 1,000 lumens, but LED lights inside the screen. I showed one of these off the Projector Central. The guy was just sitting there like, what in the world? Yeah, because that's not supposed to be. We got dozens of demonstrations throughout the screens with the lights inside of them. But that's not supposed to happen. Charles. Charles. Not your name, you Charles. Charles. Charlie. Let me see. Yeah. Ooh. 'Cause yeah, price for this thing. Let's see. "4K Snow Cottage." 4K Snow Cottage screensaver. Just to show you that the white lights have nothing to do with it. They won't read it either way. Lights on or off doesn't make a difference. This is why these tests are very, very important. Customers, this is an extremely very important test. It means the difference if you basically buying a professional screen paint or getting something that you could have slid off a shelf and did it yourself. This is why these are important. We requested multiple times for the individual match that network gray. And the other fellow over there who has those Parte products, he needs to have these tests have to be done. And the reason why, because you could be getting anything in the mail. Anything. People have to understand, or people like these products got to understand. You may sit there and say, well, you know, once they buy it, but they're still applying it to a surface, again, that if you get this wrong, you will mess up your surface. You paint this on a motorized projection screen, you're going to mess with your screen. You paint it on fixed screen, you mess with it, you paint it to your wall. It's going to be time and money you are going to waste. That's why you have to have these tests done. Well, for customers, that's why the tests need to be done. That's why you request a batch number verification, and you request all tests, all of the product, showing it was tested before the product was ever shipped out to the customer. But if not, customer, and you get hit with one of these things, and you have a problem, go file for consumer fraud against the individual. That's what you're doing. Bring them to court. Tests have to be done. They avoid these tests. This is extremely dangerous. It's going to mess your screen up. 4K snow screensavers. You paint this on a fixed frame screen. This stuff cracks. Anything happens, this will damage your screen. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get paint off a PVC surface if it doesn't apply well? This is the reason why we have dozens and dozens and dozens of demonstrations of us painting all types of PVC surfaces. Everything from elite screen, silver ticket, and everything else we painted over top of. They don't have enough of those demonstrations. So what if he applies this stuff and it gets that gritty, bumpy, English muffin look to it? Remember we saw that in one of the demonstrations? He removed the video off its account. What if your screen comes up looking like that? You know how hard it is to get that thing back? You're going to have to scrape the entire screen. A PVC soft surface, you can't scrape that. You'll rip your screen. So now you're going to have to replace this thing or take him to court and have him replace it. And it is a pain in the neck to get those things. It really is. It takes some time to get them. So again, you have to make sure whatever you're applying to that surface, it is going to work. And then once you do apply it to the surface, then you're going to go through the nightmare of it not working. Or matching something that you literally could have did it yourself. That's why these tests are important. This is why we first started bringing up the black versus black test. Here come the arguments. Here come the screaming. Here come the yelling from them. They didn't want to do it. And one of them did do the test, and he matched. Yeah, his orders stopped after that. All his orders. It didn't stop recently. His orders stopped after people saw that. So even if I turn my lights out, still not going to match my screen. See? My screens generate a much higher white light. And my charging phone's about to die. Where is my charging cord? I can get the lights on, but I can't even see my cord in here. I just had it. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. We're at 1,000 lumens, mind you. Or 7,000 lumen projector. These are the tests you have to see. So that's why I said when I went to their channels to look for tests, you're not finding nothing. A couple of demonstrations of a screen sitting in a room, sitting on the floor ain't jack at the end of the day. They need to see tests like this. You should at least, after doing the test on black versus black, and then you have to do a color level test and white level test. You have to turn around doing a white surface versus a black surface versus your surface. You got to do all that, a color level test, distance test. Different calibers of projector with 723 would be the best to do it at, because you can run a 723, you can run on anything, because anything else over 723 is an enhancer. I killed when people sat there and said, oh, but you know, I got to see it on 4K. You never had it on 4K? I did have it on 4K. I had a PX747 4K projector when it first came out. When I did the side-by-side demonstration showing our technology on a 720p versus a 4K, you couldn't tell one from the other. So why would I go out and buy a 4K if I don't have to? People will have to buy 4K projectors for the demonstration because their screens don't function and work. You don't need them. So as you've seen in the demonstration, lights on, lights off. Guess what? It ain't gonna match some black fabric. I picked that up over at whatchamacallit, over at Family Dollar. Watch this. I'm gonna take this black surface out of the equation right here, right? Woo! Way up there. Now, someone will show you a video like this and go, hey, look, I could do the same thing with a screen paint with a curtain. And then we'll show you that. And then you'll be in court owing me $500,000. Idiots. Yeah. That's what will happen to you that quick. That's how fast I can financially destroy your world. I can literally do that to you in a courtroom. Take a black surface, throw it across my screen, and say, hey, look, this is what you went on YouTube and did. Mimic your exact same demonstration. We went on and told a whole bunch of people that they could do the same thing by just using that. And then I pull that back, and right there, the minute that screen pulls back and you see the difference in those two, that means you owe me $500,000. Or if worse, $2 million. Saying my product matches house paint, right? There you go. That's how fast you can lose money in court when you deal with Mr. Bird. Now, are you willing to sign my contract? I don't think you are. See, when Fernando came out there and put that surface across the screen, that fabric, and said, hey, it's the same thing as product, that's going to cost him money. He doesn't realize that, but I filed a lawsuit against him for that. I told you, he has so many lawsuits, it's not even funny. Yeah, we saw that demonstration. You put the fabric up there and said, the same thing as my product? Yeah, it's going to cost you $4 million. I'm not suing for no 50,000. I'm not suing for 80. I'm not suing for none of that. Anything on the range of what we're hitting people with, it's going to be, I say the smallest amount is anywhere in the 200,000 range. That's it. Everything is 250, 300 and up. That's what it's going to be. We catch you, that's what you're going to get hit with. I don't care if you know the money or not. It's not my problem. You basically don't do false demonstrations against people's products. You don't end up in those situations. So, just like that easy, I can walk into a courtroom and do that demonstration with no problem whatsoever. Right there and then, put your head down, you owe me money. That's why I sent him an ISO email when he did that demonstration with the fabric. It's going to cost you money. And it is going to cost you a lot of money. Money you don't have. They don't care if you don't have the money. They'll sue you, and then you won't take it all from you. And then they'll sue you again, and again. It doesn't make a difference. The debt's just going to continue to accumulate. That's all. But you got to go to court, and you got to pay for it. All right, what are we doing next? We're doing this. This is for the next demonstration. I got to do this one. I got to do this one. I know for a fact that when I've developed blacker screens, darker screens, that the white levels are going to drop. That's just normal. Any dark screen is going to do that. But you're going to have to show the difference of where your sacrifice level lays at. If you're in this level where your sacrifice level drops, you're in a lot of trouble. Because this doesn't show up for Jack. This doesn't show up for color. This doesn't show up for anything at all. It'll pick up a black level, yes, because it reads the Infinity 1. But it doesn't show up for anything else. We have to be to maintain color in fully lit environments. We have to work on multiple different types of projectors. We have to be to function outside. But if we're hitting on this level right here, we're in a lot of trouble because it will not work on any of our projectors. It will not work in the outside environments we have to be at. It will not work. Ooh, I'm skipping a little bit. I just realized I saw my hand freeze a little bit. So it won't work at all, period. That's why we do the black paint, the black versus black, to show you where our sacrifice line is at. That's why we do it that way. Well, we automatically know the screen's going to drop. It says it right there in the description of the product. But when people come out there and make statements that our product came out so dark that you can't see the screen, this is where you're going to have a problem. So if we got people out there who want to make these statements, I got something to send to you, and I'll see you in court. That's it. Let me see. Where are we going with this? Oh, we still got to be on this too on top of that. I got to go and do a side-by-side with the color and working demonstration in this. Let me see. I got to do Slow color changer. Slow color changer. You know, we definitely did not get what I thought. Do not bump my stand. I would appreciate that. You'll get it right close to my stand. Okay, we got it. You get it right close to my stand and try to rub up against it. Don't do that. Now, in this demonstration, simple and plain. In this demonstration, we show our color demonstrations where we basically show the difference between black paint and white, a white surface against our screen. We have to be able to produce a contrast level high enough to be able to beat the white screen and a white level high enough to beat the black surface, which means you have to show a balance. This is showing color balance. We can pick up both white and black at the same time in order to produce the color. At 1000 lumens, max out environment with a halo system wrapped around the screen. But I showed you that for kicks and giggles because that's in the next demonstration. Boom! Because I've been here all day doing testing. Isn't that right, Taco? All day we will do testing because we love it. Now, again, the reason why I explain all that stuff in there, because again, we get people watch these demonstrations and then they do dumb stuff. And then later on, if we drag you into a courtroom, we can show the judge that, look, in these demonstrations, we literally explain to people what happens if you cross this line. So you're fully aware of your actions and what goes on. You know what I mean? We're not in here to play games this year. I'm not about the whole back and forth on YouTube. We find you. I'll go to your channel. I'm not even posting on YouTube. I'm going to send it over to my people. They're going to go in and they're going to research you, figure out where you're at, figure out where you lay your head at. That's what the investigators are for. We pay them for. And basically later on, you get a letter that'll come up in the mail and it'll have my company's name on it and my signature on it. That's what you'll have. So back it up. See you in court. That's it. You can go on YouTube and you can cry on your channel to what just came to your house. All right then, that's the end of it. Jeez. Ain't that right, Taco? They do, don't they? They cry too much. Don't hit that line, please. Don't hit the line. Get out of there. Don't hit that line. Get out of there. All right. Next video, I'm putting him in his pen because he's doing too much. All right, I got to go on here. I got to do this demonstration on this color balance test next at 1000 lumens. We'll be back in. More testing.